We're talking with Professor Kyle Hubbard of the Philosophy Department here at Saint Anselm College about his new project on the concept of love in St. Augustine. So could you tell us a little bit about the project that you're going to be working on?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to this project because it came out of my dissertation, which was on Augustine on loving God. And so my project is going to be, I'm imagining it as an Augustinian symposium. In the symposium, Plato has Socrates in dialogue with all these different contemporary figures on the topic of love, what love is. And so I'm imagining my project as an Augustinian symposium. That is, it's going to be a lot of other philosophers in conversation with Augustine on the topic of love. So I think Augustine has a unique account of love that has had quite a bit of influence, so much so that we even see contemporary philosophers like Jacques Derrida. He's written a whole book on Augustine. And so there's even 1600 years later, there is still quite a lot of interest in what Augustine says, and particularly on the concept of love.
Oftentimes when people write a book or engage in a project of the sort that you're doing in, they're inspired by some personal insight or personal connection that the topic has. Has this concept of love and Augustine's view of love in particular had an influence on your life, or was there a particular moment when you knew this is what you wanted to work on?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good question. So I might go back to the beginning. The first time I read Augustine, I was in a great books class. That if you've seen the other videos I mentioned, that I read Augustine's Confessions, and there was something, even though he wrote it in about 400 AD, there was something that felt so contemporary about it, what Augustine cared about, and particularly his notion of love and desire was something that stuck with me. So I don't know if as a high schooler I knew I would be interested in this for a project or for a book. But I think particularly that idea that love really is a kind of desire for union with the other. And it's a union that requires some self-sacrifice. That is something that has been helpful for my marriage, something that's been helpful for the relationship with my kids, my parents, my friends.